Who is the best tier 3? Who is the best universal tier 3 character? Who should I build up first? So in this video, I will explain everything you need to know about the universal tier 3 characters. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. And for today, basically, we're going to continue our next episode for the Tier 3 ranking series. So in this video, we will talk about the Tier 3, universal Tier 3 characters. Alright, so I'll be doing the breakdown for both PvE and PvP ranking list and rank the universal Tier 3 characters accordingly from the worst ranking to the best based on their power level, based on their usefulness, and it's also based on how frequent you're going to use them in the current state of the game. So that is a criteria. So now let's get started with the PvP list, but of course as usual I won't go into too much details for PvP because the real game mode in this game is all about PvE. So there you go, this is my PvP list. So we have a total of 12 universal tier 3 characters. Yeah, as you can see, I don't have tier 3 Molecule Man, and I don't even have Molecule Man unlocked yet, which is crazy. But anyways, Molecule Man is not really that important in the current state of the game. And then if you notice, I actually didn't include the universal version of Jean Grey because she is a blast character, alright? So I just don't want to make it too confusing. But if you're interested in seeing both combat and blast tier 3 ranking video, you can check out the video link in the pinned comment below. Please check out the video if you haven't seen the video yet. And then of course the last episode we will talk about the speed characters. Probably next week once I have tested and reviewed Deadpool with his new uniform, I will do the speed ranking list. If you don't mind, please hit the subscribe button. We are very close to 2000 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and like the video as a way to support this channel, and your help with that will be truly appreciated. So now let's talk about PvP. We got Sentry, the champion. All the way to the bottom, we got Ghost Rider. Alright, Ghost Rider, he's extremely lousy as a PvP character, but he's damn good in PvE. So you definitely want to avoid building your Ghost Rider for PvP. And then the rest like Loki, Thor, and Black Bolt, they are not really good in PvP. I strongly suggest you to build them for PvE. Don't ever think about to build your Thor, Loki, and Black Bolt for PvP because their real value in this game is all about PvE, like World Boss Legend, World Boss Ultimate, and Giant Boss Raid. Moving on, we got Captain Marvel. Alright, she used to be the top 3 PvP meta, but right now she's no longer there. She is not even exist in the top 10 PvP list. I mean, overall, if we combine combat, blast, and speed, so I wouldn't really recommend you to build your Captain Marvel for PvP and Odin either, alright, because Odin can do much better in PvE. And then we got Dormammu for the number 6 spot, and Molecule Man number 5. For Dormammu, depends on whether you want to build your Dormammu for Extreme Alliance battle or not. If you already have Loki or not for that specific APX day, the universal villain, I would strongly suggest you to build your Dormammu for PvP because he's not really that good in PvE, so it might make more sense to build him for PvP. Same goes to Thanos and Molecule Man. They have extremely low value in PvE, but they are considered very good in stuff like Timeline Battle and Alliance Conquest. Alright, so if you want to build up your Thanos, Molecule Man, and Dormammu, just build them for PvP. Alright, don't build them for PvE. It might be a waste of resources, to be honest. Then we got Knull, Silver Surfer, and Sentry. Although Knull is the top 3 in this PvP list, but if I were you, if I were to choose to build my Knull, I would actually choose to build him up for PvE because he's just insane in stuff like World Boss Legend, World Boss Ultimate, Extreme Alliance Battle, pretty much everything in PvE, which is fantastic. On the other hand, because you already have a lot of good options for PvP like Sentry, Silver Surfer, Jean Grey, Thanos, Molecule Man, or even the Immortal Hulk, alright, they are pretty much in the same level with Knull in PvP, but the majority of them are not really good in PvE, so it may make more sense to focus your Sentry or Silver Surfer for PvP while building your Knull for PvE. That is how you balance your roster, and that is how you have sufficient characters for both category instead of one category. Alright, so that's my suggestion. And here you go, this is my PvP list for the universal tier 3 characters. Now let's talk about PvE. Let's get started with the last one. No surprise, you got Molecule Man. Alright, let me scroll to the bottom. Alright, there you go. The 1600 CCF tier 3 character. The fact is, he just doesn't do anything in an outstanding way, very low damage. So all in all, don't ever build your Molecule Man for PvE. He got close to zero value in PvE. That is my review about Molecule Man. Next up, we got the Mad Titan. To be honest, although Thanos has a lot of sexy uniform here, but it just doesn't do anything in an outstanding way, same as Molecule Man. But Thanos is much better than Molecule Man because he can still do some great damage in Extreme Alliance Battle, the Universal Villain. Alright, he might be the third best for that specific category after Knull and Loki. On the other hand, he also has a very good leadership, which is applying to all villains, which is very good for PvE, and that's why I would rank Thanos above Molecule Man. Moving on to number 10, we got Captain Marvel. Same as Thanos, not really good as a standalone character, but what sets Captain Marvel better than Thanos is Extreme Alliance Battle. Thanos is not the top priority for the Universal Villain, but Captain Marvel is still the top priority for the Universal Female ABXA. And then she also has a very good leadership, which is a 30% increase of energy attack, which is applying to all allies, and that's why she is number 10 and Thanos is number 11. Next up, we got Silver Surfer. Although he is not the top tier for any of the PvE game mode, but he can do everything in PvE, which is nice. He can score at least 7 million in Extreme Alliance Battle, he can do World Boss, and then he also has a very good leadership, which is fantastic. Alright, but at the end of the day, I will still suggest you to build your Silver Surfer for PvP instead of PvE, because that's where he is really good at. So yeah, Silver Surfer is number 9 and Dormammu is number 8. Very similar to Silver Surfer, but damage wise, I would say Dormammu is slightly better than Silver Surfer. But again, Dormammu is the same as the others, alright? He is not the top priority for any of the PvE game mode. So at the end of the day, I will still suggest you to build your Dormammu for PvP instead of PvE. Moving on, let's talk about number 7. We got Black Bolt. Very good as a standalone character in stuff like World Boss Legend, World Boss Ultimate, GBR, and DRX. He can do the one shot in World Boss Ultimate, and then he also has a very good leadership, which is very good for all the Inhuman characters. There's actually less than 2% of the characters in the game can benefit from his leadership, which kind of sucks. But the overall PvE performance among all of the tier 3 universal characters, Black Bolt is number 7. Number 6, we got Sentry. Very good as a standalone character. He is actually considered as one of the top priority for the Universal Hero ABXA. He is very good for Squad Battle, GBR, World Boss Ultimate. The only PvE game mode he is not really good at is actually Knull World Boss Legend. Yes, I actually feel like he's kind of like lacking the damage, especially against Knull. So there's the only disadvantage about Sentry in PvE, and that's why he's number 6. Number 5, we got Loki, alright, the Prince of Asgard. Of course, I'm not talking about this crap. I'm actually referring to his latest uniform, the Agent of Asgard. With this uniform, he is as good as Sentry, he got all the PvE things, he is a top priority for the Universal Villain ABX, he can do GBR, he can do World Boss. The only reason why I would rank Loki above Sentry is all because of World Boss Legend. Alright, Sentry itself find it very difficult to kill Knull, while Loki can do pretty high stages against Knull. Of course, his survivability is not that good compared to Sentry, but damage wise, I would say Loki is better than Sentry, and that's why I would rank Loki number 5 and Sentry as number 6. Number 4, we got Odinson, the God of Thunder. Finally, Thor is back to where he belongs to. With this uniform, his damage is just insane, alright, a completely revert to Thor. He can do all the PvE things from Shadowland to Knull World Boss Legend. He is actually very similar to Loki, he can do what Loki offers, but if you look at the overall damage, the survivability, I would say Thor is much better than Loki. Alright, so Thor is number 4. Moving on to number 3, we got Ghost Rider. I know Ghost Rider is actually very easy to die, he is very squishy because he doesn't have the healing to support him like Thor. But if you look at the damage, Ghost Rider is just insane, alright? He is very good in all the PvE game mode. He is a top priority for both Extreme Alliance Battle and Squad Battle. He can do World Boss Stage 99, which is crazy. And then he's also very good for Knull World Boss Legend, but of course you have to bring in someone like Venom into the battle, basically for the healing effect to support his survivability. Pretty much that's it. So this is number 3. Moving on to number 2, we got the All-Fathers, Odin. Very good as a standalone character, high burst damage, those things like ABX, GBR, DRX, World Boss Ultimate, World Boss Legend. He has everything, alright. Odin is the top tier in almost all the PvE game mode, which is fantastic. The only thing that Odin doesn't really have is the leadership. Alright, this leadership is basically made for PvP, not PvE. And the other thing is that Odin is very dependent on the CTP of Rage. He's not really that good with the damage proc. If you want to use Odin, a CTP of Rage is a must because you need to tie in all of his skill in order to produce the best damage output, and that's why I would say Odin is number 2 and Knull is the champion, alright? Knull is basically the god in PvE. He got all the PvE things same as Odin, but what set Knull above Odin? There is actually 3 things, alright? First of all, he has a very good self-leadership, which Odin does not. And the second thing is that Knull does have the 5% pierce damage from his tier 2 passive. The pierce damage will allow Knull to do even more damage, and that's why he's so strong in stuff like Knull World Boss Legend, World Boss Ultimate. Because of the pierce damage, Knull is much better than Odin. Alright, and then the third reason is very simple. Knull is very damage proc friendly. He can actually work very well with the CTP of energy or with any damage proc obelisk. Alright, he doesn't really need a rage to be good, but because I don't want to try to time the damage proc timing, and that's why I give him a CTP of rage. But at the end of the day, Knull can do very well with the damage proc obelisk, while Odin really needs a rage to be good. So there is an extra investment you have to put into Odin in order to make him more effective. Alright, so all in all, I would say Knull is number 1 and Odin is number 2. So that's all my ranking list for the tier 3 universal characters. Please feel free to tell me your opinions towards my ranking list. Please to leave a comment in the comment box below. We can discuss together. Alright, so thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.